thank you so much for joining us. This is wonderful to be on set with you guys. I just enjoy watching all of you and the topics you talk about. Unfortunately, one of the sad topics that we are talking about today is the death of Prince. It's hit all of us in some way. If you guys would just talk about maybe some of your experiences or how it impacts you personally.
Well, I mean, you knew him, Sharon.
Yeah,
Did you?
yeah, and it just, you know what it does? It just, people who are legends, you think they're never ever gonna pass. You think that they're there forever. And then when they pass, and then you think of your own life, and then you think of loved ones that are around their age, and it's very frightening. It really is. You know, the loss it's immeasurable.
Right.
But it also makes you think about your own family and your own life, and it's scary.
It does. Sarah, during the show, you were talking about how he wasn't just a singer, but he was a musician with all the instruments that he played, a songwriter. I mean, to have someone like him, a gem, is very rare to find.
Yeah, he's just a true talent. I mean, I don't think anyone would dispute that he's a total genius, and like you said, impacted all of our lives. I remember being a little kid and Purple Rain coming out and how huge that was. And yeah, it's just like, you almost start feeling like, are all the legends gone? They're all going. I know
Right, sad.
new generations come, but that era is just, it feels like is going.
Right. They're iconic.
But it just seems that the new generation that's coming up, no one is as talented as some of the people who we've lost this year.
That natural talents
Yeah.
that those artists have.
Yeah.
And
Right.
that drive. I think
True.
people don't have
It's
the same drive anymore.
But it's the uniqueness that those people had. Artists today don't have that uniqueness.
Interesting perspective.
I mean, it's a different era, and you were talking during the show, both of you, about the fact that he played all the instruments on that first album. He
Right.
produced, he did everything. We have some of that kind of self-startership now, but we're so commercial and everything's so prepackaged, and that kind of rugged authenticity where,
Auto-tuned.
yeah, exactly, where
Exactly.
this is my music. I don't care if it's commercial. It's a true expression of who I am as an artist. I think that's really what
well,
we're
we're
losing.
like a culture of singles now too. So
Yeah.
that's the problem.
You're
It's
right.
like
Yeah,
Well-
that's the whole thing. There's nobody wants to take that body of work anymore. It's
That's
just
true.
that one hit
It's
single.
the one-hit wonder, the flash
Yeah,
in the pans.
glossy kind of.
Exactly.
He influenced so many people, and I mean, I remember every album. I remember when it came out. I remember how it felt. I remember being in my car and playing the cassette tape of Sign of the Times until like all of the particles came off the tape and it was no
Right.
longer, you know,
Yes.
so
There are very few artists that can cross every cultural barrier and every generation, and he was one of them.
Exactly.
That's why there was a special bulletin today. They broke in. CBS News broke into daytime
Right.
programming to bring
Yeah.
you this special report.
But he crossed that musical genre
everything.
of pop and rock. He crossed over it all, and R&B. He was all things to everyone.
Well, and it wasn't just a certain age group either. I mean,
Yeah.
the younger generation also looks up to Prince's music as well, and have learned from him.
Yeah, I remember I was in high school and Purple Rain came out,
Yeah.
and we had I went to a Catholic high school, and we went to the concert, and next to us was our religion teacher. Our religion, and then, but from that day on, like
Yeah.
Ms. Jean was like the coolest teacher.
Really? Oh,
You know,
wow.
and she was a chunk older than us. We were like, wow, she was at the Prince concert with us, 16-year-olds.
Again, everyone enjoyed his
Everyone.
music. Very good.
Spike
Thank
or
you.
drink.